Hey everybody, this is Keegan here, and welcome back to the channel, or if this is your first time here, then welcome to the channel. But either way, I'm back with another video for you guys, and I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. By now, you're probably wondering, why am I sitting on the floor in my bedroom? Well, if you could tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be showing off my VHS tapes that I own. This is my collection of VHSs that I own. I was originally going to do a movie review video today, but I didn't really feel like doing it. But I instead felt like doing a collection of my VHSs. So I have a total of 91 VHS tapes. I do have some recorded VHS tapes. However, I will not be including those in this video, as I will be showing those in a separate collection video that I'll do some other time. I'm not sure when exactly I'll do it, but I'll do it some other time. But anyways, I don't really have a whole lot to say other than that this is going to be a very long video, and all of these tapes will be shown in alphabetical order from box sets to cut boxes, clamshells, and to your just regular VHSs. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get started, shall we? And really quickly, here's a shot of all the VHSs that I will be showing in this video. So, yep. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, so we're going to get started with the only box set that I have in my collection. And before I do show it, if you can hear anything in the background, that's the washing machine and the dryer going off in the background. So I do apologize if you can hear that in the background. So anyways, the first VHS is the only box set I have in my collection, and that is the Star Wars trilogy, the special edition with Star Wars, or A New Hope, whatever you want to call it, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. This was the old one from 1997, this box set was. I got this box set on my birthday this year, back in July. And I've said this before in the past, in some of my other videos, I'm not as big of a fan of Star Wars as I used to when I was a kid, but I don't mind I enjoy the original Star Wars, and I don't mind the prequels. And this one, Star Wars, was printed on, let's hit focus. Come on. Focus already. July 3rd, 1997, so this would have been printed on my birthday, but I wasn't born until 2001. I don't mind I enjoyed the original Star Wars movies, and I don't mind the prequels either, but I don't really care for the newer stuff. The Empire Strikes Back was printed on July 5th, 1997. Yeah, July 5th, 1997. Here's Return of the Jedi here. And there's no print date for the Return of the Jedi. Even though I'm not a fan of Star Wars as I used to when I was younger, I still bought this box set because it looks pretty cool. And it has the original movies. I don't have the other two, Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, on VHS, but I'll probably get those ones eventually. I know that Revenge of the Sith didn't get a VHS release as far as I know. Next up is the only cut box tape that I have, and that is Heavenly Creatures, which is a Peter Jackson film from 1994, and this VHS is from 1995, and this was a former rental from Video Update at 181 Carey Drive, Southeast Medicine Hat, Alberta. Haven't watched this movie yet, but I hear pretty good things about it. And I do like Peter Jackson. I think he's a great director. But I'll have to get that one to watch eventually. And now we go into the clamshells that I have. There are a total of 5 clamshells. The first one is the Blues Brothers Special Edition tape. This is the only Universal Special Edition tape that I have, and it's THX certified. Haven't seen this movie, but I hear good things about it, and I know there's a sequel called Blues Brothers 2000, but I hear it's not very good, so I'm probably not going to bother with it. And this tape was printed on, hold up, focus. Oh, come on, just give it a second. Forget it. It was printed on the 31st week of 2002. The next one we have here is Casablanca, the special edition tape. Haven't seen this movie, but I hear it's a classic. And you're going to hear me say this a lot in the video, that I haven't seen this movie or that movie yet. A tape just fell over. There we go. This tape was printed on August 8th, 1998, and it's got a lobby card here. I love that sound those kind of clamshells make when you close them. Kind of oddly satisfying. Next up, Enter the Dragon. A movie with Bruce Lee. I believe this was the last movie he acted in before he passed away. Or I think he passed away when the same year this movie came out. I kind of forgot. Haven't seen it. I should probably check it out soon. And there's no lobby card with that one. This one was printed on April 30th, 1998. The next one is Alfred Hitchcock's North by Northwest. Again, have not seen it. Heard great things though. I should probably check it out. This is a 1959 film. And this tape was printed on August 16, 2000. And this one's got a lobby card. And a little booklet here that we're not going to go through in this video, because that'll take too long. Even though this is going to be a long video anyways. And the last clamshell before we move on to the regular VHS tapes is The Searchers with John Wayne. And this is a demo tape. Not the only demo tape in my collection, but the only demo tape that I own that's in a clamshell. We'll get to the other demo tapes as we go by them. And this one was printed on, where does it say? August 9th, 1998, I think is what it says. And it's got a lobby card. And those are all the clamshells. Now we get on to all the regular VHS tapes that are just in the slip case boxes or whatever you want to call them. And the first one we have here is The Abyss, the Fox Selections copy, which is a James Cameron film. Haven't seen this one yet, but I've been meaning to check it out. I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet. I hear great things about it though. And this is the regular version, not the special edition. I know there is a special edition of this movie on DVD and VHS. I don't believe this movie actually has a Blu-ray yet, but it doesn't. It's got the CBS Fox on the sticker label, but this is actually a 1996 reprint. But it does have the 1990 sticker label on it, but this is a 1996 print. And there is no printing or a week and year code on the thing, if you know what I mean. Next up is The Adventures of Pluto Nash with Eddie Murphy. Picked this one up back in May. I have not heard anything good about this movie other than I hear pretty bad things about this movie. I bought it just for myself, just to see how bad this movie is. I know that this is considered one of the worst movies of all time and one of the worst movies of the 2000s. So maybe when I'm in the right mood to watching a bad movie, I'll check it out myself and see how bad it is. And this tape was printed on November 19th, 2002. So this tape will be 20 years old soon. But yeah, I haven't seen this movie yet, but I hear it's pretty bad. I'll probably check it out and see if it's really that bad. Next up is Alive, which is I believe this is a 1993 film or 1992. I can't remember. I haven't seen this one, but I know it's based on a true story. I find the real story real interesting. This is a Canadian copy, and this is tape 1 of 3. Next up we have here is Annie. This one I have seen before a long time ago. It's been years since I last watched it, but I remember this being a really great movie. I'm not really a big fan of musicals, but this is one of the only musicals that I enjoyed. I remember when I was in grade 4 or grade 5, my school did a play of Annie in, I think it was the 4th grade. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But I haven't seen this movie in a long time. But this is a 1987 tape, I believe, or 1985 it says on the box. But I think this is a 1987 tape. Next up is one of the first VHS tapes I ever bought, An Affair to Remember, part of the Fox Millennium Collection. This is a 1957 film, renewed in 1985. Haven't seen this one yet, but I should probably check it out soon. And it's got an ink label, and this one was printed on August 30th, 1999. I know when I showed this one in the update, when I showed this tape, that I read the print date wrong. I thought it was from 2001, but no, tape is from 1999. The next one is another Fox Millennium Collection tape, The African Queen with Katharine Hepburn and Humphrey Bogart. This is a 1951 film, renewed in 1979. Again, haven't seen it. I'll probably check it out eventually. And it's got an ink label again. And this one was printed on August 27th, 1999. So a couple days before my copy of An Affair to Remember. Next up is Basic Instinct, the original director's cut. This one I actually watched at around the beginning of the year, back in January, and I really, really enjoyed it. It's definitely a classic for sure. And I know there is a sequel to this film, but I hear it's pretty mediocre, and I know it's only on DVD and Blu-ray. That movie came out in 2006. This movie came out in 1992. And if you open it up, it has a... I never noticed this when I first got it, that it had this when you open it up. A little message from Paul Verhoeven, the director. And this one was printed on the 5th week of 1999. So this is a much later printing, but it does have the original 1993, I believe, is when this tape originally came out, but this is a 1999 reprint. It does have the original pressing on it. Next up is another classic film, The Breakfast Club. This one I watched in high school 5 years ago. I haven't seen it ever since then, but I would like to rewatch this film sometime soon. I remember this movie being great, and it's famous for the song Don't You Forget About Me that plays at the end of the movie. I know there's a Criterion Collection release of this movie on Blu-ray, which I will probably get one of these days. But I have seen this movie before a couple years ago. It's a great movie. It's a classic. Next up is Brian's Song, which is a 1971 made-for-TV film with the late James Caan and Billy D. Williams. This one's actually a really great movie. I've seen this one before about a year ago, and surprisingly I really enjoyed it. And it's pretty short film, actually. It's only it's pretty short. It's only 74 minutes. But it's a great movie, and there is no print date or week and year code on this tape, which is kind of odd. But Brian's Song is a great movie. Next up, Bringing Out the Dead with Nicolas Cage and directed by Martin Scorsese. Haven't seen this one yet, but I am a big fan of Martin Scorsese, so I should probably give this one a watch eventually. And this movie's co-produced with Touchstone Pictures. And it's got a white sticker on it, sticker label on it. And this one was printed on April 15th, 2000. And this was a former rental from Rogers Video from 163-5005 Dalhouse Drive, Northwest Calgary, Alberta. Next up, A Bronx Tale, directed and starring Robert De Niro. Haven't seen this one, but this is a movie I've been wanting to check out for a long time. I should definitely give this one a watch sometime soon. From what I know, this movie is not available on Blu-ray, I believe. Well, I believe it might be available on Blu-ray, but not a Region 1 release. And this one does not have a print date or week and year code on this tape. The next one we have here is The Birdcage. Again, I have not seen this one yet, but I should definitely check this one out soon. I hear it's a great comedy with Robin Williams and Gene Hackman and Diane West, or Weist, or however you say your name. So it's got a sticker label, and it was printed on January 27th, 1997. Next up, we got The Blair Witch Project. And it's a good movie, but it's not my favorite, but it's good. I rewatched this one a little while ago, and it's not bad. This is actually the only tape that I have that's in a blue tape. And there's no printing since this is an Atlantis tape. There's no print date. Next up, we got Black Caesar from 1973, and this is one of the two Soul Cinema tapes that I have. We'll get to the other one when we get to it. This one I did watch a while ago, and I remember this one being pretty good. It's a pretty good blaxploitation movie from the 70s. And this one was printed on February 27, 2001. Up next, we got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie that came out before the TV show. This one I watched prior to watching the TV series, which, as I'm recording this video, I'm actually currently watching the show for the first time, and I'm currently on the second season. And this tape was printed on the 6th week of 1993. And it's pretty good, but definitely not as good as the TV show. I think the TV show is way better, but this movie is not bad. Up next, we got Crash, the uncut version. One of my favorite movies. It's just so bizarre. It's just really fascinating in a really, really weird way, but it's just, I don't even have the words to describe it. And there is no print date. Kind of want to go fast now. Next up, we got Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. This is the dubbed version, not the original non-dubbed version. I like to get that one, but this will do for now. And this one was brand new sealed when I got it. Haven't seen this movie yet, but I hear great things about it. And this one was printed on... where is it? Say... oh, shit. Hold on a sec. May 12th, I think it said. May 12th, 2001, I believe, is what it says. Next up, we got The Crow. I really enjoyed this movie. It's kind of sad knowing what happened to Brandon Lee on the set of the film. He accidentally got killed by a blank while they were filming this movie. Well, I'm sure a lot of you probably know the story to that one. But, yeah, rest in peace, Brandon Lee. And this one was printed on the 127th day of 1995. So that would have been in May, I believe. And that's a Canadian copy. Next up, we got Curse of the Blair Witch, which was a featurette. This tape came with my copy of the Blair Witch Project when I got it off eBay. And it's just a 44-minute featurette. It's nothing all that great, but oh well. It's kind of cool. That came with the my copy of the Blair Witch Project. And the next one is Chronicle of the Raven. This is a movie I've never actually heard of or watched until I picked it up. Haven't seen it yet, but I probably should check it out soon. This is a kind of a rare VHS, I believe. This is a 2005 tape and was a rental from Jumbo Video at 454 Granville Street, Summerside, PEI. And unfortunately, there was a sticker there, and it ruined the print date, so I can't tell you what the printing is. But I know that this is a 2005 tape. The next one we have here is a pretty rare tape, I think. That is Desperate Living by John Waters. This one I actually picked up not that long ago, and this one was brand new sealed when I got it. I paid like $50 for it, I believe. Something like that. But it's a John Waters movie, so it's probably going to be something weird. But I haven't seen it yet. It's got a sticker label, and this one was printed on September 20th, 1995. Next one is Driving Miss Daisy. Haven't seen this one either. But I know that this was a Best Picture winner. And I hear pretty great things about this movie. I should probably check this one out. And this one was printed on March 14th, 1994. The next one is El Dorado with John Wayne. This is a 1967 film. Again, I haven't seen it, but I hear pretty good things about it. And this one does not have a week and year code on this tape. Next up we got E.T., which is a classic. Kind of want to go through this pretty fast because we're like 20 something minutes in, but either way, this is going to be a long video. And this one was printed on June 27th, 1988. And this is the only tape that I have that has a green lid and green reels. Haven't seen this movie yet, but I hear it's great. You know, if I don't say anything about any of these tapes, that means I haven't seen it or haven't got anything to say about it. Like this one I haven't seen. This one I have seen. This one is great. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It's a very weird movie. I really enjoyed this one. And this is a Canadian copy. I bought this one at a yard sale, or a garage sale rather, last year. And I have seen it. It's a very weird movie, but I really, really enjoyed it. This tape, 10 out of 10. This is one of the only artisan tapes that I have. And this is a Canadian film. The Canadian releases are distributed by Alliance Atlantis. Printed on the 15th week of 2000. Here's another classic film, Forrest Gump. And there is no printing or week and year code on this tape, which this makes it a Canadian copy. This is the only Fox Premiere Series tape that I have, but I haven't seen this movie yet. I got this one on my birthday this year. It does seem like an interesting movie. I know it's based on a play, I believe. It's got some inserts, but we're not going to go through that in this video. And this one was printed on July 14th, 1998. Wait. Yeah, July 14th, 1998 was when this tape was printed on. October 25th, 1995 is when this tape was printed on. Here's a movie I have seen, Ghost. I've seen this movie once a long time ago, and I remember it being pretty good. I checked if there was a printing on the bottom, but there isn't. And this one was printed on the 20th week of 1995. Wait, actually? Yeah, it was printed on the 20th week of 1995. Just making sure I didn't mispronounce it. I mean, missay it or anything. Here's another one of the first tapes I ever bought. Ghost World. I know there's a Criterion Collection Blu-ray release of this movie I'd like to get one day. purchased from Blockbuster on July 22nd, 2002. The print date is ruined from the sticker. Here's another demo tape. I've never heard of this movie until I picked it up, and I still haven't seen it yet. Wait. No, never mind. Tape 2 out of 3. This is another movie I haven't seen, but I'd like to check out eventually. This is a Christopher Nolan film. And this one was printed on September 19th, 2002. Here's another demo tape. Haven't seen this movie. And this was printed on October 19th, 1999. Wait, no, August 19th, 1999. My mistake. August, not October. This is the only Fox Studio Classics tape that I have. '38 film, renewed in 1965. And it was printed on the 16th week in 1994. This is a movie I have not seen, but I would like to check out eventually. I don't plan on getting the 2018 remake anytime soon, though. I hear the remake is shit. Unsurprisingly. And this was printed on the 22nd week of 1992. Here's my other Soul Cinema tape that I have, JD's Revenge. This one I recently picked up and haven't watched yet. And this one was printed on February 14th, 2001. So this obviously would have been printed on Valentine's Day of that year. This is a movie I have not seen, but I hear great things about it, and I know it's considered a classic. I should get around to watching this movie sometime soon. I hear it's great. And this tape was printed on April 4th, 1997. This is another movie I have not seen, but I'd like to check out eventually. And this is tape 19 out of 26. This movie is called Roadkill in the UK, I believe. And this was a former rental from Blockbuster, and it was purchased on July 9th, 2002. And there was a sticker label, but I think it ruined the print date. I can't seem to read the print date. Wait a sec. Never mind, I can't really read the print date. I thought I could, but I couldn't. Haven't seen this one, but I've heard of it. It seems like an interesting movie. It does say 1985 on the sticker. And this tape was printed on September 9th, 1992 and September 15th, 1992. Here's another demo tape, and I believe this is the last demo tape that I have, I believe. And this is one of the only artisan tapes that I have. Haven't seen this movie, but I hear it's pretty good. It's directed by Steven Soderbergh. And this tape was printed on December 9th, 1999. Haven't seen this one, but I've heard of it. And this one was printed on March 11th, 1999. Haven't seen this one, but I've heard of it. It is the first film in the Hannibal Lecter series. Only this one had Brian Cox play Hannibal Lecter. And this is an Anchor Bay tape. This is the only Anchor Bay tape that I have. And there is no print date or week and year code on this tape. Next up is Mother's Boys. Haven't seen this one. Although this is a Miramax tape. But this is a Dimension Films movie. And this one was printed on September 3rd, 1994. Now this tape is spliced. It only has the Miramax Home Entertainment logo cut halfway through at the beginning. But that's really it. And somebody put their name on this. Roher Fritsch. I have no idea what that says. I actually didn't notice that till now, that there was a marking on the tape. I didn't notice that. And yep. After these next 4 tapes, I'm gonna start putting these tapes back on my shelf, and then we'll continue. This one's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just a great ghost movie, and I really enjoyed this one. This is a Dimension Films movie. And this is tape 1 of 6. This movie I've never heard of until I picked it up. This is a movie with the late Sean Connery. This one doesn't have a print date at all, but this is a 1991 tape. Now here's something interesting about this tape right here. Haven't seen this movie, but I got something interesting to show you about this tape. The sticker label, like, look at it. But it's not just that, just look at the print date. November 5th, 2001. So I don't know why, but for whatever reason, the sticker label has the 1987, I believe is what it says, but it's really a 2001 printing, and it doesn't have the, and this is a 2001 pressing. But how weird, but how cool is that? It's really cool, I'd say. Here's Pay It Forward. This one, I actually remember watching this movie in the 7th grade when we were talking about the idea of paying it forward. And I haven't seen it since, but I remember this being a really, really great movie. And this is a red tape. This is not the only red tape I have. We have another red tape, but we'll get to that when we get to that tape a bit later. And this one was printed on May 2nd, 2001. Fun fact, this is the first DreamWorks movie ever released. And this was printed on May 18th, 1998. Alright, so I'm going to put some of these tapes back on the shelf, and then we'll go back to the remainder tapes after. So just give me a couple minutes and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. So we only got 32 tapes left. So let's continue. And the next tape we have here is the only 2 tape set that I have. And I actually just picked this one up a couple days ago. Pearl Harbor. And the washing machine is done, but I'll get that after. But yeah, you might have seen this in a collection update video I did a couple days ago. I picked this one up from there. From Goodwill. It had a sticker label there, but it doesn't say what it was. I believe this might have been a former rental from Blockbuster, I'm guessing. Tape 1 was printed on October 27, 2001, and tape 2 was printed on October 31st, 2001. This one I have seen a couple years ago, and it's a really, really great movie. And a really sad movie, but it's a really great film. And this one was printed on the 29th week in 1994. Next up is Pink Floyd The Wall. This one I did a review on my channel a little while ago. If you want to check it out, it's on my channel. I'm a big fan of Pink Floyd, so I went ahead and picked this tape up. I don't believe this movie has a Blu-ray release. I know it has a DVD, but it's out of print. It is a very weird movie, but I really enjoyed this one. And there is no print date on this tape. I've never seen this movie, but I hear it's pretty funny. I know there are 2 sequels to this movie. I'll try to get those eventually. And this is a Canadian copy. And this one was printed on January 7th, 1999. Here's a classic. Pulp Fiction. What can you say? It's a classic. Here's a very underrated horror movie. I really enjoyed this one. Ravenous. Great cannibal movie. It's very underrated. And this is one of the only Fox Selections tapes that I have, aside from The Abyss that I showed earlier. And this one was printed on July 24th, 2000. That was when this tape was printed on. One of the only 3 movies that James Dean acted in. Haven't seen this movie yet, but I'd like to check it out eventually. 1955 film, renewed in 1983. And this was purchased on November 13th, 1996. And I forgot to mention, I have Pulp Fiction on Blu-ray as well. And the Blair Witch Project, I have that one on DVD. This one I also have on DVD. And I know the second movie has a VHS release, but I think it's pretty hard to find. This is a pretty creepy movie. And this one was printed on February 11th, 2003. I'm not really a big fan of Saturday Night Live, but I bought this one because I do like Chris Farley. And this one was brand new sealed when I got it. I got this one back in August. And this one was printed on October 6, 2003. Never heard of this movie until I picked it up. I believe this is a Canadian movie, I believe. I could be wrong, though. Printed on July 4th, 1996. Here's a really underrated movie right here, Secretary. I really enjoyed this one. I have this one on Blu-ray as well. So underrated. I did a review of this movie on my channel 2 years ago. I really enjoyed this movie. And this one was printed on February 10th, 2003 and March 6th, 2003. Haven't seen this one yet, but I'd like to check this one out soon. Serpico. Directed by Sidney Lumet, I believe, directed this. Yeah, Sidney Lumet directed it. And this one was a formal rental from the movie studio at 1144 40th Avenue, Edmonton. And it has another sticker behind it. I didn't even notice till now. I'm not going to take it off now and see what it is. And this one does not have a week and year code or printing on it at all. Here's another classic, Seven. I also have this movie on Blu-ray. Here's another classic, The Shawshank Redemption. For a long time, this was my favorite movie, but not so much anymore. Donnie Darko is my favorite movie of all time, but nonetheless, this is a great movie. This is a classic. It is one of my favorites, but not my favorite of all time. It used to be, though. And this one was printed on December 3rd, 1998. Here's another one I have not watched, but I should probably check it out eventually. And this was printed on the 44th week in 1993. And I just got to move the other tapes up. And then we'll continue. We're getting pretty close to the end. Believe it or not, I have never watched The Silence of the Lambs. I know, I should definitely check it out sometime soon. I hear it's great. And this one was printed on October 6, 1990. I mean, no, December 6, 1999. My mistake. December 6, 1999. Here's Spider-Man, the first one. It's an awesome movie. I will get Spider-Man 2 on VHS one of these days. I also have this movie on DVD along with the other two movies in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. And this one was printed on... It's kind of hard to see, but it was printed on October 2nd, 2002. Here's the Straight Story from David Lynch. Really great movie. I really enjoyed this one, and this is a Canadian copy. And for those curious, the Disney logo is not shown at all in the Canadian copy. Only the Alliance Atlantis logo, and that's it. Not even at the end. The Disney logo is not shown at all, since this movie was distributed by Disney in the US. Tape 2 out of 2. But great movie. Really enjoyed that one. Next up is Stir of Echoes. I haven't seen this one yet. Purchased from Blockbuster on April 27th, 2005. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's only 12 left, so we're getting pretty close to the end. Here's The Sixth Sense. I also have this movie on Blu-ray. It's a great movie. Haven't seen it in a long time, though. I should rewatch this one eventually. Tape 4 out of 21. Here's The Silver Chalice, which is a 1954 film renewed in 1982. And this was Paul Newman's first movie he acted in. And this was printed on July 3rd, 1996. So this would have been printed on my birthday, but I wasn't born until 2001, like I said earlier. Here's another one I have not seen yet, but I would like to check out soon. Sling Blade. I hear this one's great. And this one was directed and starring Billy Bob Thornton. This one I do have on DVD. I enjoy this one. This one is pretty good. Stigmata. And there's the other red tape that I have. And this one was printed on February 13th, 2000. So this would have been printed on the day before Valentine's Day of that year. Alright, we're almost done. Here's another recent one that I picked up. This is Spinal Tap. I've never seen this one, but I hear it's pretty funny. No print date on this tape. Here's another one of my all-time favorite movies, 13. I also have this one on DVD, and I've reviewed this movie on my channel 2 years ago if you want to check it out. Great movie. I really enjoy this one. This is one of my favorites, like I said before. And this is a recycled tape, recycled from Bennett Like Beckham. And this one actually has 2 print dates I never noticed until later on when I had this tape. The first print date is June 26, 2004, and where's the other one? July 7th, 2004. So yeah, that's pretty rare. Kind of rare you see on a Fox tape with 2 print dates. Great movie, like I said before. Here's Time Cop. Haven't seen this one. but I hear pretty good things about it. And this one was printed on the 17th week of 1995. Here's True Grit, the original, part of the Best of the West collection. I have the remake of this movie on Blu-ray in a steelbook. I thought this would have had a print date or something, but there isn't, and no week and year code on the lid there. Here's True Romance, one of my all-time favorite movies. I also have this movie on Blu-ray in the Arrow video release. October 14th, 1998. And there's only 5 left, and then we're done. Here's Uncle Buck. Haven't seen this movie, but I hear great things about it. Here's Unforgiven, directed by Clint Eastwood and also starring Clint Eastwood. Haven't seen this one, but I know that this was the Best Picture winner of the 1992 Oscars. I should check this movie out soon. I hear it's a great Western movie. And this one has 2 print dates, June 10th and June 11th of 1993. Here's Watership Down. Haven't seen this movie, but I know that this one has a Criterion Collection Blu-ray release. And there is no print date or week and year code or anything on this tape, which is odd. Here's What Lies Beneath. A movie I do want to check out, but I just haven't got around to checking it out yet. This one was a former rental from Blockbuster, but I took off the sticker there. And this one was printed on June 3rd, 2001. January 3rd, 2001. My mistake. And now onto the last tape for this video. And a pretty rare tape, too, I believe. White Noise. This is the Canadian copy, released by TVA Films in Canada and Sony Pictures Home Entertainment. In the US, this movie was released by Universal. This one's got a white lid, which is kind of interesting. And it was printed on April 16th, 2005. And that's all my VHS tapes. Well, there you have it. That's my VHS collection. And damn, this video was long. This video was almost an hour long. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And feel free to follow me on my other social medias, which are Instagram, Letterboxd, and Serialized. Links are in the description down below. And yeah, so that's all I got to say. So until next time, this is Keegan Shepard signing off. Thanks again for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out.